marcher come!
Aye, Caesar!
But not gone!
Hail Caesar! Read this schedule.
Trebonius doth desire you to read, at your leisure, his humble suit.
O Caesar, read mine first, for mine's a suit that touches Caesar nearer. Read it, great Caesar!
What touches us ourselves shall be last served.
Delay not, Caesar. Read it instantly.
What, is the fellow mad?
Ah, in place!
What urge you your petitions in the street? Come to the Capitol.
I wish your enterprise today may thrive.
What enterprise, Populus?
Fare you well. What said Populus Lena?
He wished today our enterprise might thrive. I fear our purpose is discovered.
Look how he makes to Caesar. Mark him.
Casca, be sudden, for we fear prevention. Brutus, what shall be done? If this be known, Cassius or Caesar never shall return back. For I will slay myself.
Cassius, be constant. Populus Lenus speaks not of our purposes.
For look, he smiles, and Caesar doth not change.
Trebonius knows his time. For look you, Brutus, he draws Mark Antony out of the way.
Where is Metallicimber? Let him go, and presently prefer his suit to Caesar.
He is addressed. Press near and second him.
Casca, you are the first that rears your hand.
Are we all ready? What is now amiss that Caesar and his senate must redress?
Most high, most mighty, and most puissant Caesar, Metallicimber throws before thy seat and humble heart.
I must prevent thee, Cimber. These couchings and these lowly courtesies might fire the blood of ordinary men, and turn preordinance and first decree into the law of children. Be not fond to think that Caesar bears such rebel blood, that will be thawed from the true quality, with that which melteth fools, I mean sweet words, low crooked courtesies, and base spaniel fawning. Thy brother by decree is banished. If thou dost bend and pray and fawn for him, I spurn thee like a cur out of my way. No, Caesar doth not wrong, nor without cause will he be satisfied.
Is there no voice more worthy than my own, to sound more sweetly in great Caesar's ear, for the repealing of my banished brother?
I kiss thy hand, but not in flattery, Caesar, desiring thee that Publius Cimber may have an immediate freedom of repeal.
What, Brutus?
Pardon, Caesar, Caesar pardon. As low to thy foot doth Cassius fall, to beg enfranchisement for Publius Cimber.
I could be well moved if I were as you.
If I could pray to move, prayers would move me, but I am constant as the northern star, of whose true fixed and resting quality there is no fellow in the firmament. The skies are painted with unnumbered sparks. They are all fire, and every one doth shine.
There's but one and all doth hold. So in the world 'tis furnished well with men, and men are flesh and blood, and apprehensive. Yet in the number I do know but one, that unsaliable holds in his rank, unshaked of motion, and that I am he. Let me a little show it, even in this, that I was constant Cimber should be banished, and constant to remain to keep him so.
O Caesar,
Hence, wilt thou lift up Olympus?
Great Caesar.
Doth not Brutus Bootless kneel?
Tonight on the menu, Caesar salad.
What you say? That you only meant well, cause you did. What you say? That it's all for the best, cause it is. What you say? That it's just what we need. You decided this. What what you say? What did she say? What you say? That you only meant well, well, 'cause you did. What you say? That it's all for the best, 'cause it is. What you say? That you only meant well, well, 'cause you did. What you say? That is what you say. That you only meant well, well, 'cause you did. What you say? What you say? That you what you say? What you say? What you say? That you what you say? What you say? What you say? What you what you what you say? 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 That you only meant well, well, 'cause you did. What you say? That it's all for the best, 'cause it is. What you say? That it's just what we need. You decided this. What you say? What did she say?
Liberty, freedom, tyranny is dead. Run hence, proclaim, cried about the streets.
Some to the common pulpits and cry out, liberty, freedom, and enfranchisement.
People and senators, be not affrighted. Fly not, stand stiff. Ambition's debt is paid.
Go to the pulpit, Brutus! And Cassius, too!
Where's Publius?
Crying because he only has one line.
Stand fast together, lest some friend of Caesar's should chance.
Talk not of standing, Publius, good cheer. There is no harm intended to your person, nor to no Roman else. So tell them, Publius.
And leave us, Publius, lest that the people, rushing on us, should do your age some mischief.
Do so, and let no man abide this deed, but we the doers.
Where is Antony?
Fled to his house amazed. Men, wives, and children stare, cry out and run, as it were doomsday.
Fates, we will know your pleasures. That we shall die, we know. 'Tis but the time, and drawing days out that men stand upon.
Why, he that cuts off 20 years of life, cuts off so many years of fearing death.
Grant that, and then is death a benefit? So are we Caesar's friends that have abridged his time of fearing death?
Stoop, Romans, stoop!
And let us bathe our hands in Caesar's blood, up to the elbows, and besmear our swords. Then walk we forth, even to the marketplace, hand waving our red weapons o'er our heads. Let's all cry peace, freedom, and liberty.
Stoop, then and wash!
How many ages hence shall this, our lofty scene, be acted over in states unborn and accents yet unknown?
How many times shall Caesar bleed in sport, that now on Pompey's basis lies along, no worthier than the dust?
So oft as that shall be, so often shall the not of us be called, the men that gave their country liberty.
What shall we for?
Aye, every man away. Brutus shall lead, and we will grace his heels, with the most boldest and best hearts of Rome.
Soft! Who comes here? A friend of Antony's.
It's state from Jake Farm. Thus Brutus did my master bid me kneel. Thus did Mark Antony bid me fall down, and being prostrate, thus he bade me say,
Brutus is noble, wise, valiant, and honest. Caesar was mighty, bold, royal, and loving. Say I love Brutus, and I honor him. Say I feared Caesar, honored him, and loved him. If Brutus will vouchsafe that Antony may safely come to him, and be resolved how Caesar hath deserved to lie in death, Mark Antony shall not love Caesar dead so well as Brutus living, but will follow the fortunes and affairs of noble Brutus through the hazards of this untrod state with all true faith. So says my master Antony.
Thy master is a wise and valiant Roman. I never thought him worse. Tell him, so please him come unto this place. He shall be satisfied, and, by my honor, depart untouched.
I'll fetch him presently.
I know that we shall have him well to friend.
I wish we may, but yet I have a mind that fears him much, and my misgiving still falls shrewdly to the purpose.
But here comes Antony. Welcome, Mark Antony.
O mighty Caesar, dost thou lie so low?
Are all thy conquests,
Glories, triumphs, spoils, shrunk to this little measure? Fare thee well. I know not, gentlemen, what you intend. Who else must be let blood? Who else is rank? If I myself, there is no hour so fit as Caesar's death hour, nor no instrument of half that worth as those your swords make rich. With the most noble blood of all this world, I do beseech ye, if you bear me hard, now whilst your purpled hands do reek and smoke, fulfill your pleasure. Live 1,000 years, I shall not find myself so apt to die. No place will please me so, no mean of death.
as here by Caesar, and by you cut off the choice and master spirits of this age.
O Antony, beg not your death of us, though now we must appear bloody and cruel. As by our hands in this our present act, you see we do, yet see you but our hands, and this the bleeding business they have done. Our hearts you see not, they are pitiful, and pity to the general wrong of Rome. As fire drives out fire, so pity, pity, hath done this deed on Caesar for your part. To you our swords have leaden points, Mark Antony, our arms in strength of malice, and our hearts of brother's temper. Do receive you in with all kind love, good thoughts, and reverence.
Your voice shall be as strong as any man's in the disposing of new dignities.
Only be patient till we have appeased the multitude, beside themselves with fear, and then we will deliver you the cause, why I, that did love Caesar when I struck him, have thus proceeded.
I doubt not of your wisdom. Let each man render me his bloody hand. First, Marcus Brutus, will I shake with you. Next, Caius Cassius, do I take your hand. Now, Decius Brutus, yours. Now yours, Metellus. Yours, Cinna. And my valiant Casca, yours. Though last, not last in love, yours, good Trebonius. Gentlemen, all, alas, what shall I say? My credit now stands on such slippery ground, that one of two bad ways you must conceit me, either a coward or a flatterer. That I did love thee, Caesar, oh 'tis true. If then thy spirit look upon us now, shall it not grieve thee dearer than thy death, to see thy Antony making his peace, shaking the bloody fingers of thy foes, most noble, in the presence of thy corse? Had I as many eyes as thou hast wounds,
weeping as fast as thy stream forth thy blood,
it would become me better than to close in terms of friendship with thy enemies. Pardon me, Julius. Here was thou, babe, brave heart. Here didst thou fall, and here thy hunters stand, signed in thy spoil, and crimsoned in thy leave. O world, thou wast in the forest to this heart, and this indeed, O world, the heart of thee. How like a deer strucken by many princes, dost thou here lie?
Mark Antony.
Pardon me, Caius Cassius. The enemies of Caesar shall say this, then and a friend. It is called modesty.
I blame you not for praising Caesar so, but what compact mean you to have with us? Will you be pricked in number of our friends, or shall we on and not depend on you?
Therefore I took your hand, but was indeed swayed from the point. By looking down on Caesar,
Friends, am I with you all and love you all?
upon this hope that you shall give me reasons why and wherein Caesar was dangerous.
Or else were this a savage spectacle? Our reasons are so full of good regard, that were you, Antony, the son of Caesar, you should be satisfied.
That's all I seek, and am moreover suitor, that I may produce his body to the marketplace, and in the pulpit, as becomes a friend, speak in the order of his funeral.
You shall, Mark Antony.
Brutus, a word with you. You know not what to do. Do not consent that Antony speaks in his funeral. Know you how much the people may be moved by that which he will utter.
By your pardon, I will myself into the pulpit first, and show the reason of our Caesar's death. What Antony shall speak, I will protest. He speaks by leave and by permission, and that we, our contented Caesar, shall have all true rights and lawful ceremonies. It shall advantage more than do us wrong.
I know not what may fall. I like it not.
Mark Antony, here, take you Caesar's body. You shall not in your funeral speech blame us, but speak all good you can devise of Caesar. And say you don't by our permission, else shall you not have any hand at all about his funeral. And you shall speak in the same pulpit whereto I am going, after my speech is ended.
Be it so. I do desire no more.
I desire a piece of the cake you're serving.
Oh, pardon me, thou bleeding piece of earth, that I am meek and gentle with these butchers. Thou art the ruins of the noblest man that ever lived in the tides of times. Woe to the hand that shed this costly blood. Over thy wounds now do I prophesy, which, like dumb mouths, do ope their ruby lips, to beg the voice and utterance of my tongue. A curse shall light upon the limbs of men. Domestic fury and fierce civil strife shall cumber all the parts of Italy. Blood and destruction shall be so in use and dreadful objects so familiar, that mothers shall but smile when they behold their infants quartered with the hands of war. All pity, choked with custom of fell deeds, and Caesar's spirit raging for revenge, with 8 by his side, come hot from hell, shall in these confines, with a monarch's voice, cry havoc, and let slip the dogs of war, that this foul deed shall smell above the earth, with carrion men groaning for burial.
You serve Octavius Caesar, do you not?
I do, Mark Antony.
Caesar did right for him to come to Rome.
He did receive his letters, and is coming, and bid me say to you by word of mouth, "Oh, Caesar!"
Thy heart is big. Get thee apart and weep. Passion, I see, is catching from mine eyes. Seeing those beads of sorrow stand in thine, began to water. Is thy master coming?
He lies tonight within 7 leagues of Rome.
Post back with speed, and tell him what hath chanced. Here is a morning Rome, a dangerous Rome. No Rome of safety for Octavius yet. Hie hence and tell him so, yet stay a while. Thou shalt not back till I have borne this course into the marketplace. There shall I try, in my oration, how the people take the cruel issue of these bloody men, according to the which thou shalt discourse. To young Octavius, in the state of things, lend me your hand.